at you with another Transformers toy review. Next up on my list of Transformers to do, because mind you, I'm actually building up to something special by the end of this particular series before I start my next series. My next series I'm going to start is actually my Beast Transformers, so stay tuned for those. Anyways, next up on my list, Transformers. Honestly, I'm not sure if this one's Generations or if it's Universe, but either way, it's actually the same figure, just one's a repaint of the other. So I'm going to assume and say Generations Galvatron. Not like you couldn't tell that from looking at the intro, though, because, well, I always show you the figure before I make any announcements about it. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here we have Transformers Generations / Universe Galvatron. I gotta say, I do love him as a tank. To me, it makes much more sense for him to be a tank as opposed to the G1 being the artillery cannon. But look at all the detail on it. I mean, it's got like little rockets right here on the side, which that would have been cool if they would have been able to shoot. But I realize, you know, not all gimmicks are really worth it. I mean, no kibble to really speak of, except for the minor bits of purple you see right there and right there. See right here on the side of the tank, it says Galv 25, G-A-L-V 25. Like he's trying to advertise who he is. Because he doesn't need to hide. He doesn't need to hide. He's a Decepticon. He doesn't care if people know he's a robot or not. But much like with any other actual vehicle mode, the only real bit of kibble that you'll see is here on the bottom. And even then, it's still kind of tucked away nicely. But then again, you know, in all honesty, for a tank toy, are you really going to be staring at the bottom of the tank? I think not. But yeah, I don't really have anything negative to say about the vehicle mode. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get him into robot mode, shall we? And here we have Galvatron in his robot mode. One reason I absolutely love this figure is because of how G1 inspired he is. The alternate the alternate repaint of this that I mentioned earlier is more, I guess you could say, accurate to the G1, because instead of being all the gray pieces being gray, they're white. But I also kind of like this color combination better. I mean, yeah, maybe I'd like a little bit more purple to it, but, you know, I can deal without it. This, of course, figure comes from back in the good old days of light piping. Love light piping. Light piping gives so much depth and character to these figures. Alright, let's get to the kibble, shall we? Okay, starting off, the back of the feet, kibble. But he needs it to help him stand up, which this figure is a little iffy about trying to make stand up on its own sometimes anyways. And then, of course, the parts of the tank where they had the rockets on it, you know, makes a little backpack, which I don't remember him having a backpack like that in the series. And this butt flap. That really covers the kibble. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to reposition him so he'd stand again. As you can see, he's got his very Galvatron arm cannon. He's got a few kind of crappy gimmicks, like right here on the shoulder. He's got this little part that flips up, but it doesn't say why or what it's for. I'm assuming it's like maybe a transmitter or an antenna or something for communication. And also coming from the top of his backpack, it's got like what looks like stabilizers or feet or something, but even in the instructions for him, they don't mention the use of them, so I have no idea what the hell they're for, so they're useless. All in all, as much of a pain as this figure can be, I do like it. And as of right now, it's the only real Galvatron I intend on owning next to my robots in disguise, Galvatron, that I have, but I don't know if I'm ever going to do a review on him or not, because I don't have the instructions for him, and I don't know how to completely transform him, and he's kind of incomplete. So we're just going to act like I don't have him. But I do have this one. And this one's awesome. And you can tell it's Galvatron. Look, he's got kind of a smirking scowl on his head sculpt. I do like that. I mean, the head, if the head doesn't tell you he's Galvatron, I don't really know what does. And there you go. There's my review on the Transformers Generations / Universe Galvatron. All in all, I'd have to rate him at maybe about let's say well, he's a bit of, like I said, he's a bit of a pain to transform and a bit of a pain to get to stand up on his own sometimes. You know, I'm going to rate him at a 7 out of 10. I still am glad to have him as part of my collection. If you want a figure that's a little bit more difficult, yet still looks really cool, I would recommend him for your collection. But again, yeah, 7 out of 10. Anyways, as always, thank you for tuning in, and this is Lucius Prime. Soon I will be back at you with yet another Transformers toy review. And until then, until all are one.